Here's the answer to question 4C. So we want to solve this equation here. So we've got an equality sign in it. So the only thing that we need to do differently is we solve everything the same as we normally would, pretending that that was an equals, except there's one extra step that we need to remember. If we ever multiply or divide by a negative number, then change the sign. Okay, so for example, if I had negative 2x is greater than 3, and I need to divide this side by negative 2 and that side by negative 2, those negatives will cancel, sure, but I need to change that sign around. So it's gone from being a greater than sign there, where it's switched around to being a less than sign. Okay, that's the only extra thing I need to remember. Move everything around, adding, subtracting doesn't change it, it's only multiplying or dividing by a negative that changes. So that's what we want to do. So we're going to start off with 2x minus 1 divided by 3 is less than or equal to 3x minus 5. Well, I've got this divided by 3. Don't like that, I want to get rid of that divided by 3. So the opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying. So I am going to multiply both sides by 3. And remember, I'm multiplying the whole side by 3. So those 3's will cancel to leave me with 2x take away 1. Now I was multiplying by a positive number, so the sign does not change. And that's going to become 3 times 3x take away 5. Well, I've got a bracket there that I can expand. So let's do that as our next step. And I'm not moving anything, so I don't need to worry about changing the sign. 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. Okay, now what I want to do is I want all the x's on the left and all the numbers on the right. So I'm going to leave the 2x where it is, I'm going to leave the minus 15 where it is, and I'm going to move the other pieces. So when I move that minus 1, that goes across to the other side, so that becomes positive 1. The 9x, when that moves across, it's positive at the moment, so when it moves to the left, it becomes minus 9x. Now we want to simplify. 2x take away 9x is negative 7x, and 1 take away 15 is negative 14. Okay, now what we want to do is we're still trying to solve it, so we're still trying to get x less than or equal, greater than or equal, don't know which yet, to a number. Alright, so we're still trying to get it into that same form. So I want to get rid of the negative 7 by dividing both sides by negative 7. Now because I've divided by a negative number, I change the sign. So then it's going to change to greater than or equal. That cancels to leave me with x. Negative divided by negative is positive. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So my answer is that x is greater than or equal to 2.